Round of the French National Rally Championship to be held over 2 days, the Rallye de Geants. Car number 1 is for Sylvain Polo, last year's champion. Away he goes from the line with a semi-works Renault Megane. Polo at the start of the first 4 stages. They do this one twice on day 1. Polo unable really to find the right rhythm on the first stage. Rallye, the quickest driver on stage 1, but stage 2 saw problems. They were stopped for 4 minutes 40 seconds with the escort, fuel pump problems being the difficulty, and the rally very much over for them. That's where the name Geants comes from, giants, folklore in the area. Sabir Ghani with the 306 kit car, but the suspension not the way he wants it, and also brake problems with the soft pedal. Jose Barbera, second last year, and this year competing in a Subaru in the Group N category. Unhappy with the car, that's not really his style of driving. The second Megane kit car for Rats. His car suffering from an awful lot of understeer, unable to brake late and running 5th overall. Gabi Gudezern with the Mazda 4-wheel drive in Group A, fastest on stage 1, but the new car doesn't have the right settings and he can't go flat out on the quicker sections. Claudie Tange from Belgium, here for the first time with his Toyota. The car not quite what he expected. Last year he was right up in the top 3, but this year not possible. And the Megane of Polo, new suspension on the car, and now leading the event. Polo explains that here they have typical northern French roads and his car has to be set up properly. Once that's been done and they've had time to experiment a little more, he reckons he'll be able to go even faster. Sabir Ghani with the Peugeot. Gearbox problems for him. Also the rear end not hanging on quite as well as he might like, a little bit too much oversteer for him. He explains that with a 2-wheel drive car it's very difficult to beat the 4-wheel drive cars. The roads are now very much more slippery than before the rally.
Et puis nous en plus on a un petit souci sur le train arrière qu'on va essayer de résoudre parce qu'on est comme si c'était une propulsion, on glisse vachement de l'arrière.
Still complaining of problems with the back end of the car. As through goes the Mazda of Gudezern, second overall, but still suffering difficulties with his suspension. Rats now with his Megane having brake problems still. They keep locking up all the while on the French driver. And the Toyota of Tange, only 2 bar of turbo pressure when he should have 2.8. And he decides, probably quite wisely after day 1, to stop the event because he feels that if he went on any further the engine might break. Rallye charges on into the night, and all the drivers desperately trying to make up time. One man who's not able to do that though is Gudezern. He always seems to lose time in the dark, and once again does so here, and drops to 4th overall at the end of day 1. Sabir Ghani, the leader of the event after 8 stages. And so on to day 2, and the fog arrives. Gianni losing 19 seconds on the stage in the fog to Polo. And on stage 2, again he lost 8 seconds this time, and with it the lead. Polo seemingly able to see where others could not, and moving very much in the right direction. Rats had to stop in several places on the stage because he couldn't see through the fog. And the car no longer going as well as he would like. Gudezern losing time because of the fog, and too late on the brakes. Just watch the overshoot here. Quite unable to see the turn until he was right upon it. Difficult conditions indeed. Rallye now starting a big attack. If he'd been without problems from the beginning of the rally, he'd be leading by a long way by this stage, but he almost overshot the same junction as Gudezern. Polo on a charge, still taking seconds off Gianni's Peugeot. Anti-roll bar problems now for Gudezern. The car really not handling properly at all. And on board with him. Using all the road there and a little bit more besides. As he pushes the little Mazda on as quickly as he possibly can. Gudezern explains on the section last year they could have gone flat out, but this year they have to keep lifting off the gas because of the suspension problems that he suffered. Out of service and back onto the event. Polo at the beginning of the last group of 4 stages, very much in control of the event at this stage. An impressive performance from the Renault driver. Gianni leaves the start line with the Peugeot, but he's had mechanical problems and was forced to change some parts. That took more time than he was allowed. He arrived too late at a time control and picked up more seconds in penalties. Gudezern happy with 4th place. Just before the end of the event, he's moved up to 3rd. On board with him now as he charges down the narrow French roads. Down through the box. Whoops, missed a gear there, and now to another tight hairpin as he accelerates away in the Mazda. And this is the reason why Gudezern moved up to 3rd. Rats, who was 3rd, went off the road on stage 14. Gone was the podium place. Rallye moving up to 4th after those problems at the beginning of the event. And so then to the podium, and Polo and the Renault victorious in the opening round of the French series. Gianni confirmed in 2nd position and Gudezern in 3rd.